I don't think
Remember
so.
the practice diamond?
I was trying to think. Well, you might have to say it because I can't remember
It's
it.
a practicing concept to where as you move around the different sides of an issue that you're working on, there are different things about that. You have this that needs to be worked on, and this needs to be worked on, this needs to be worked on, all in one thing, right?
Oh, okay. I don't think we did. We talked
So
about.
as you're focusing on one side of the issue, don't worry about the quality of the other sides. Just
Oh,
focus on that. Then, as long as you're moving around the shape consistently, you'll hit them all, and it'll eventually become one thing. But anyway, as in talking about this concept of as you're focusing on one thing, don't worry about the quality of the others because they're going to suffer as you're focusing on this one thing. They're not going to be as strong because they're not getting as much attention, especially
yeah.
if it's something new and hadn't really been internalized yet, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I found in working with this concept with a lot of different people that the issue would have a lot more than four sides sometimes, you
Oh,
know. So the diamond, I was saying, well, let's whatever geometric shape suits this thing. But then I started thinking about it. I said, you know what? Let's just call it a practice circle because a circle can have an infinite number of points around it.
yeah. Every little
It
degree
can
of it.
have one, it can have two. It doesn't matter. So so as long as you rotate around the different points of the circle, you'll be good. But as you're focusing on one point, don't worry about the quality of the other points
Okay. Yeah.
because that'll distract you from really dealing with that particular thing, whatever it might be.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I call that the practice circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a good idea.
So that way it fits everything, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, well, if it's got six sides, what do we call it,
Yeah. This one's an octagon. This one's
Yeah, it got stupid. So all right, let's fix. I needed to fix that. But anyway, that's the concept of the practice circle, which is real important to you're always rotating around stuff, and then you have sub rotations within a rotation.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
With depending on the different sides of an issue.
Yeah. Like the swing eights and the
Yeah,
and
you
the.
might. I mean, it could be right hand alternation could be a point in that issue.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you're improvising, then your choices improvisationally will probably not be that great if you're sitting there really thinking about what finger's hitting what note, right?
Yeah. Am I really alternating fingers here?
Yeah. So I mean, but if you're working on alternation, don't worry about that. Don't. It doesn't matter what note you're hit, other than that you're trying to control the alternation here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
spend some time itemizing the different points of the circle that you might be working on, subcircles, and a lot of things as you get into them, the more you get into them on a higher level, the more sub rotations you'll have within this thing, and it can get pretty complex. Which is why I say write down your stuff you're practicing. But
Yeah.
also you got to be careful and not let it be too beyond practicality. There's just no way you can work on all
Out
this, right?
filling.
Something's got to go. Take So you
Yeah. Yeah.
shelve stuff for a while that you focus on priorities, work them down. It's also good to find a balance in mastery. Some things don't spend a bunch of time on, but make sure you have at least one thing that you work to master perfectly. And it
Oh.
doesn't have to be complex. It can just you want to experience the level of mastery. You want to know what that feels like,
Oh. Okay.
so that you can try to bring everything else to that place. If you haven't really got a perspective of what that is, then you may find yourself not really progressing past a certain point.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That
make
makes.
sure that there's one thing that you do that you work to master, that it's just going to be
That's,
spotless, you know?